All right, we are back with the 131st edition of the Quarantinecast. I've taken a little bit of a hiatus to start working on fighterpath.com. I'm really excited for this one. I have a UFC heavyweight. He's competed in the three major organizations in the United States, PFL, when it was the World Series of Fighting as well, and Bellator, and now he's also in the UFC. Really excited for this one. I have Philipe Lins. How are you doing?
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for taking. I'm doing good. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for the interview, brother, to talk with you.
Is it just? I'm just. This is your first interview in English. Is that correct?
Yes, it's my first interview in English, so I gonna do it. But sometimes I ask about you repeat the ask slowly to I understand everything.
Perfect. That's even better. It's big for me. I get to be the first
Nah.
one to interview you in English. So how were your holidays? I'll start with that. How was your Christmas and how was the New Year?
Brother, my holidays is amazing. I stay here with my family. I'm enjoy the Florida. So was amazing. Was amazing. My holidays was amazing. Thank you for asking.
You had you were supposed to fight back in November and you had a knee injury. So I'm going to start by asking how is your knee injury? Is it all healed up and are you good to go now?
Yeah, I'm supposed to fight against Dontail Myers at November, but I felt my right knee and I did get out of the fight to recover my knee. Now is 100%. I'm ready to go.
That being said, there's a big fight announced. You're fighting a guy who I've looked at. He's been in the UFC forever, and Ben Rothwell. So what's your thoughts on that matchup?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight now against Ben Rothwell. He's a big guy, big tough guy, and big name in the UFC. Have a lot of power in his hands. Have a sheen of steel. It's a great challenge to me, but I'm gonna say I will be ready to fight against him, brother. And I'm so confident. I'm doing in my camp what I need to do to win that fight. So I'm so confident to this fight to win this challenger.
So you talked about a big name. He's a huge name. He's beaten guys like Alistair Overeem. What do you think a win over him would do for you? Do you think that puts you towards the top 15? And is that what you're aiming for with this fight?
You can repeat, please.
What does a win over Ben Rothwell do for you? If you get a win over a guy like him, it's
Uh,
probably a lot bigger than if you beat a guy
yeah,
like
yeah.
Dontel Mays.
Uh-huh.
The name is huge. Where does that put
So,
you if you beat him?
so if I won Ben Hotwell, and I think I gonna won, so I gonna back to my home, take a little 1 or 2 weeks rest, and I gonna talk with my manager. So if I won, and I think I won, I gonna walk one big step in the organization because I come with a 2 loss, and it's too important this victory to me to my career. So I wanna fight. I want guy of top 15, yes, for sure.
You've mentioned your two losses. I mean, it's your first two in the UFC. There's always the octagon jitters. People get nervous and everything. But now that you've lost two fights, do you feel like you have to win this one? Do you feel like if you don't win this one, you may get cut and whatnot? And do you feel like your back's almost against the wall in this fight?
So that fight or my last fight?
This one with Ben Rothwell. Do you feel like because you lost two, you have to win this one?
Yeah. After my last 2 loss, I take a rest and put my mind in place, enjoy a little bit my family, and come back to the gym to do to change what I did wrong the last 2 fights. I'm improve myself. I think I become a better fighter after these 2 fights. So I gonna say I'm ready to fight against him 3 rounds. I will be ready to fight against him 3 rounds.
What do you feel went wrong in the two fights that you've had so far against Tanner Boser and Arlovsky? What was it that didn't go your way?
The first fight against Arlovsky, I'm doing good. Not like I wanted, but I'm I think I won that fight. So, but the judges saw another things. This is happening in the sport, and I think I feel the pressure. The UFC pressure is different,
Yeah.
and I think it's not apologize, but I think I accept the fight against Tanner Boozer too soon after my loss against Arlovsky, and in the fight against Tanner, he's not apologize. He's a great guy. He's a tough guy, and I'm doing good in the first minutes of the round. But he catch me, at this division one hit in the fight is over, and this happened. He catch me 1 or 2 times, and the fight is over. The judge stop the fight, and I learned with this two loss because I need to change a lot of things in my camps. The things I did wrong. So now I'm much better confident that the last two fights. So I think my masterpiece is still I gonna show you guys.
In your debut, you fought a teammate. Andre Arlovsky is someone that you know very well. Was that very weird for you fighting someone that you know so well?
Um, how I feel again fight against my teammate. You ask about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I feel like so. In the first, I think I'm not gonna say a not to UFC because they offered this fight to me,
Yeah.
and I'm putting the responsibility to Arlovsky. If he say no, yes, okay, but if he say yes, and we're gonna fight just job. He's training with me. He's my partner, but that time was just job, brother. It's strange because you're gonna fight in the same guy, training the same team, and his coach watch you train. My coach watch his train. It's like that. It's too strange, but I never fight more against my teammate, brother. Never more.
Yeah, it's got to be very weird because you know him well and he knows you well. Like there's,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you can't practice anything that he hasn't already seen. So it would have been
yeah,
very weird.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can only
yeah, for
imagine.
sure. Yeah,
I want to talk a little bit because you're one of the few people that can say you've competed in the big three organizations in the United States. You competed in Bellator, UFC, and PFL. So
yeah,
very weird that you've been able to do that. What's it like going from the three, and which one of the three do you feel is the most professional? Which one do you feel you've been most nervous for? And do you really feel like the UFC is the best of the three?
yeah. Let's start the beginning. I come in. I come into Brazil to United States to training through my last fight in Bellator.
Yeah.
So against the champ Varenkov, and I lost that fight. I fight in light heavyweight division before in 205, and I come to Brazil to here with a dream to become a champion. And after my last loss in Bellator, the Bellator fired me, cut me, and I'm stay here. I help a lot of great fights here. Improve myself. Stay here. Search my dream, and 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 I became a better fight after these long years, 2017 until PFL. And in 2018, my brother Rony Marques called me and said, "Felipe, I have a fight for you at PFL, but it's in heavyweight division." And I'm already answer him. Send the contact, brother. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. And sometimes I'm sad like that. The PFL bus is ready to go, and then hey, wait for me. I enter by the window. In the final of the year, I become a champion. It was a great year, brother.
Yeah, that
And
was. You won the PFL tournament too and became the heavyweight PFL champion.
yeah, and so in 2019. I'm um I'm take a rest. I have a lot of injuries, and I take care with my body, enjoy my family. In the final of 2019, my contract with the PFL was over, done, and the UFC show interest in me, and I signed with them, and another dream come true. Now I'm
Yeah,
in fighting the UFC.
it was.
So
You took the full road: Bellator, PFL, and
yeah,
UFC.
in all these events, I make great friends. Was amazing work with the Bellator, the PFL. I know have a words to said because I make a lot of friends there. Ray Sefo, Eduardo, Peter, a lot of guys, and I miss these guys. But my dream come true when the beginning when I started training jiu-jitsu. Wherever I was 17 years old. I'm watching the UFC on. You remember the first UFC was in VHS, the
Yep.
cassette VHS, and I'm watching. I'm told it to myself, one day I will be there, and now I'm here, bro. I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
happy.
it's it's crazy, full circle.
Yeah,
How you
yeah,
that was your dream, and here you are, a different country altogether, different organizations, and it's finally come full circle. I want to talk about Brazil and their dominance in the UFC because for a long time, Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida, Shogun Rua, they were dominated the UFC. Right now, it's probably the least dominated it's been. Right, there's only two
yeah,
champions that are from Brazil. What do you think it's going to take to see five, six champions from Brazil in the UFC?
yes. That time was amazing for Brazil in the UFC and the MMA. But I think what happened in Brazil is like uh, uh, Brazilian selections football.
Yep.
Before he win everybody, but now the guys learning play football, and is like I think it's like in the mixed martial arts. The guys improve themselves in becoming a lot of great fighters, and for everybody the time is over. And but I think in Brazil have another new bloods coming, and I soon is gonna we gonna have another champs. But we have
There,
one great champs, Amanda Nunes, now a Davidson Figueiredo. So yeah,
yeah, there is another Brazilian competing for a belt next month. I think it's this month where Gilbert Burns will fight Kamaru Usman.
yeah,
So he has a chance
Gilbert
to
Burns,
bring another belt to Brazil. What's your prediction? Who do you think is going to win that one?
brother, for sure. Gilbert Burns is gonna win. He's gonna get that belt.
How do you think he does it? Decision, submission, knockout? How do you think he wins?
I think it's gonna be by submission or knockout. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And we talked a little bit about football. What team do you support in Brazil? I'm a huge football fan too, but from Spain. So I support Barcelona. Who do you support?
My my football team in Brazil.
Yeah,
I like Vasco da Gama.
Vasco da Gama. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
You like what a team you like in Brazil?
Well, I don't know about Brazil, but I'm a Barcelona fan. So Neymar obviously has the
Yeah.
Santos roots.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go Santos because of that.
Uh-huh.
But Barcelona fan. So for me, it's Argentina because of Messi. So I always go for
Uh-huh.
Argentina. So
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry if you're going to cut this interview short because of that. But I like Argentina.
The next World Cup is gonna be Brazil against Argentina in the final. I think so.
That would that would be awesome. That would be
Yeah.
incredible. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I guess I'll ask you one last question before we go. So you've got that big fight with Ben Rothwell. If you could give for anyone who hasn't seen you fight or someone who hasn't seen you win in the UFC yet, what could you say about your fight style? Who do you fight like, and what's your fight style? What can they expect from you?
my next fight.
What can they expect in your next fight?
I think one top 15, and I think I'm gonna fight in the summer, like July. I gonna fight that time.
Okay, what's your fight style like? Who do you fight like? What are you aggressive? Are you submissions? If you could explain what your fight style is like to someone, what would it be?
Yeah, I like boxing, and I like a lot of footworks, a lot of movement, a lot of speed. So I am a small guy in the heavyweight division, and I need to be a smart fights. I need to do a smart fights. So I like using a lot of footworks. This is my style. Use a lot of footworks, a lot of movement, a lot of feints, make a point. And if I catch a guy with my right hand, he gonna feel.
Yeah, you have a lot of finishes outside the UFC. You look
Yeah,
very good in PFL. You had wins in the same night. You beat two guys, so
yeah.
a lot of power.
Thank you.
You've talked about being a light heavyweight. Is that something that you've considered to go maybe in the future, going back down to light heavyweight, or are you a heavyweight for sure?
And so we never know, you know. But maybe in the future I can fight in light heavyweight again. I think so. Let let's gonna see what happen.
Okay, I like it. Is there anybody you want to thank or any sponsors you want to thank before we end this?
Uh, to say thank.
Yeah, is there any sponsors that you want to thank or
I
coaches or
know.
anything like that?
I just want to thank to my family, to my coach, to my teammates, to keep me training hard every day, and to keep me ready to this fight, to this challenge. So I want to say thank you for you to the interview too, and I'm ready to go, brother. I'm so excited to the fight, and how, like I said, my masterpiece, masterpiece. I still gonna show you guys. Battle
I
Philipe
can't
Lins.
wait, man. I cannot wait. Thank you very much for the time. Also, for your first interview in English, this was excellent. You should do more in English. I like it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you, and all the best. Stay safe. Make sure you wash your hands. Don't catch anything because everybody's got coronavirus. So make sure you stay safe. And I can't wait to watch you fight.
You too, bro. Thank you. Take care and have a great day.
Yep, you too, man. All the best, and thanks again.
Thank you, brother. Bye.
There you go, Philipe Lins. He's got a big fight coming up against Ben Rothwell. For his first interview in English, that was very, very good. I cannot wait to watch his fight. If you guys haven't yet, be sure to check us out at right there, fighterpath.com, the Instagram, Fighter MMA, and Twitter, Fighter MMA. Yeah, if you haven't yet, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.